Hey, Mike, Trevor Gross, CUTigers.com here. Obviously, there's going to be a lot of eyes nationally on you as a guy coming in and replacing Isaiah Simmons at that nickel position. How much are you looking forward to embracing that opportunity?
Yeah, I'm very excited about the opportunity. Not try to think about it as much. I'm just ready to go out there and play. That's pretty much it. Just ready to go play.
This is something that you've really dreamt about for a long time, just having the opportunity to finally be out there as a starter?
For sure. I was telling Coach Sweeney the other day, I think I came to Clemson camp my first time in 6th grade. And so, this whole thing, man, I've been living a childhood dream, for like the past however long since we've been in like fall camp and everything, and going to even more, more of that dream. So, I'm blessed, I'm thankful for the opportunity, and I'm ready to go out there and do it.
Hey, Mike, this is Sophia with WSPA. Kickoff on Saturday, football really isn't the only thing on y'all's mind. With the college football statement put out yesterday and leaders like Darian and Trevor and you in this social justice movement, what is it like hearing the news that as a player, practical things are being done, like being able to have the day off for voting, making sure every player is registered, stuff like that? What is that like for you as a player to kind of be one of the leaders in all of this change that's happening?
It's awesome. I feel like this stuff is long overdue, a lot of it at least. And, I'm appreciative of, the platform we had and the platform that colleges have provided other players across the country. And, to now see some of these things, actually come into the works and continue to come into the works over time, it's a great feeling. It's good to see all of this wasn't for nothing. Things are actually working and are going to continue getting better. So it has been awesome to see.
Mike, are there any specifics you can share about what you guys have planned as a team for Saturday in that regards as far as awareness?
I'm not sure if I'm able to say anything about that. So, no, sorry. Not right now, at least.
No problem. Thank you.
Hey, Mike, it's David Hood. Has, being a part of this social justice initiative been able to help you find your voice maybe a little bit more than if it had just been football? Has this helped you turn into more of a leader?
Definitely, for sure. I feel like up to this point, I've always been a more vocal guy on the field. And, whenever I'm passionate about something, I don't really hold my tongue. But, through this time, I've felt like, like in my heart, like sometimes you got to say something. And so, this has really shown me a lot about myself, about, what matters to me, my values, and, just realizing that, I'm more than a football player. It's more than a football player. All these things are more than just, dealing with football players. And, eventually, football's going to be over. So, what type of legacy do you want to leave while you're in the position that you're in? And so, that's kind of been like a big thing for me. And, I'm appreciative of, everything that's gone on and, all these moments that, we've done these things because overall they're shaping me to be a better man.
David, this is Dennis Dodd from CBS Sports. Is it fair to say that Trevor is now a national leader or the national leader among the players on this subject right now? And why do you think that is? Did you see this coming?
I would definitely say Trevor is a national leader, on the things that's been happening. And I definitely, I feel like it's kind of hard not to see it coming. He's always, I feel like, been that guy. And, he's always had a huge platform. But, it's just who he is, just in him. None of this has surprised me. Him speaking up and, him being part of everything. So that's just regular Trev.
Great. Thank you.
Hey, Mike, Lawton Swan with Clemson Sports Talk. Did you have a chance to hear what Kirk Herbstreit said this weekend? And what does it mean to you, if you did hear that, to know that his sons are playing alongside you there at Clemson?
I did actually get to hear that. One of my friends I went to IMG Academy, he sent it to our group message, and he sent me that. And, man, that was powerful. And, watching that and thinking about his sons here on our team, his sons are the same way. They're two awesome dudes, and we actually had like a team roundtable conversation where we had some conversations, and one of them were in my group, man, and I was like, man, this dude care about me like as much as I do. And so to see that, man, that was just like, just that. I mean, it didn't surprise me at all because I see his sons, I see their character, and so that spoke exactly with the character of himself. And so I was like, you know what, that's his son, that's his kids for sure. But yeah, that was powerful.
Anybody else with anything for Mike?
Mike, if you thought about what it's going to be like Saturday night, just having no fans in the stands, I know it's usually quiet for y'all on relatively quiet for y'all on defense when you're on the road, but I imagine it would be somewhat surreal just having absolutely nobody in the stands.
Yeah, I've thought about it a good bit, and I've tried not to think about it. I feel like once you're really on the field, the only thing you really notice about the fans is just how loud it is. So that will definitely be something different. But it just is what it is right now. We're just glad we're able to play. 10 fans, 20 fans, 100 fans. It doesn't matter to me at this point. I'm just excited to go play.
Hey, Mike, this is Grace Rayner from The Athletic. I think it was Balin who was saying last week that everyone kind of comes into Clemson's defense at a different level depending on where they were in high school, and it takes each person a different amount of time to really understand Coach Venables and what he wants. When did you feel like you fully grasped his system and what he was asking of you?
I would say that came more this spring. I always thought I was a knowledgeable guy, but after doing it 2 years, like, okay, now I'm like, okay, I'm really starting to get this. I'm really starting to understand this, But yeah, I feel like this spring and especially this fall camp, it has become, simple to me. And now it's just like, you don't even have to think about it at all, and it's just go out there and play, and then coming back and reflecting and watching the film, it's just like, wow, like, this is just so easy now. Like, how did it get like this? But yeah, I would definitely say this spring, I took my major leap when it comes to my knowledge and understanding Coach V.
Hey, Mike, it's David Hood. You got a bunch of young linebackers out there running around, and we heard from Skalski that they were all kind of given some nicknames back during the spring, but who has impressed you? Which of those young guys, has really kind of caught your eye?
All of our young guys have actually been pretty amazing. I would say, of course, I have my bias because I played Sam and nickel, but Trenton Simpson, he's kind of been the dude I try to put under my wing, man. Trenton is a freakish athlete, freakish speed, crazy explosive, great tackler. And I know, by the time he's my age, maybe even sooner, he's going to be an amazing player, freakish athlete for this defense. He's going to be another top guy, and he's going to be a baller.
I think Earthquake might have been one of the nicknames that we heard. That might have been Kevin Swint. What are some of the other, nicknames that you guys have for them?
Let me think about the Sergio's, the Aztec. We have a lot. I'm trying to think about what mine is. Oh, we have an Instagram page, a Clemson Football Linebackers page with all of our our little nicknames on there, so I would have to check that out. But yeah, we got a lot of good ones.
Where'd you get Aztec? Was that because of the hair?
Yep.
Hey, Mike, this is Chris Hall with allclemson.com. Looking back at, I guess, some film from last year, what's one of the first things you kind of noticed when you're looking at film on Wake Forest?
One of the things we really, paid attention to is the offensive line and how they, are constantly finishing off runs and helping pushing that running back forward. They do a great job. They're really aggressive. They're finishers. They're grinders. And that's one thing we've had to really focus on. Their running backs, they lost their oldest running back, 36. He was a great player, but they also got some guys behind him who are also very talented, run the ball really hard, great backs. And so we really done, focused in on that and focused on trying to be physical with them boys.
In watching Sam Hartman, he's a guy who he'll get out of the pocket, doesn't mind going out of the pocket, but you kind of have to keep your eyes on him because he'll look like he's going to run and then he'll throw it. Is he one of those guys that you can't just assume he's taking off, that he'll throw it if you're not watching?
Oh, for sure. That's also been a little point of emphasis for us, whenever he's getting to playmaker mode, to, if you're in coverage, find somebody and latch on, because he might look like he's running it and he will dump it off and make a big play. And, that's kind of, who he's been as a player. He just, one of them guys who, just finds a way to make plays. Maybe if it's not even scrambling outside the pocket, sometimes he scrambles inside, and go get 4 or 5 yards, pop on some plays that should have been a sack. And so, that's definitely been a point of emphasis for us.